Hey guys, it's KRIMANGA here, and today we'll be talking about how my practicing has changed over time as I've been drawing daily in art and kind of my art journey. So that'll be fun, and we'll also be drawing Mirai from Platinum End by the creators of Death Note. So make sure to follow me on Instagram, Webtoon, and TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube, and let's get started. So let's talk, guys. Over the last, year and a half of drawing, like almost every day. If you go back to my Instagram account, you can see the daily posts. So during that time, what did I learn about practicing art, and what do I know now? And what works, what doesn't, and what really has changed for me? Well, honestly, there's not really a specific answer to that. But I can try my best to tell you guys my art journey and what I've been learning. And while we're doing that, you can watch me draw Mirai from Platinum End. Artist being Takashi Obata, which I love. And sorry if there's sound in the background, we'll just have to deal with that. So watch me draw Mirai from this manga, and as I talk about what I've been learning and what I've done. So at first, really when I started drawing every day, each pencil sketch or sketch wasn't really practicing. Each sketch ended up being the real deal, the real piece, and almost all of my work being copies from references of the animes and things that I loved, or Disney or movies, just everything that I enjoyed, and those would be my sketches, and I thought that's all I really needed. And sometimes some random original characters along the way too. You can't draw and not make original characters. So, and I didn't really color at all. I didn't have any supplies to color with, so I didn't like coloring anyway, so I didn't do that. I just stuck to pencil. And that's fine, but I'll get into trying different mediums later. But so I kept on this streak of pencil sketching from anime references until probably almost a year later. And that was when I went to art camp. Ooh, scary, right? Well, this camp was a 3-week program at a university meant to preview your first year at going to art school. So, yeah, preview first year going to art school and majoring in studio art. So not just illustration, but all full art, even ceramics, even video, all that jazz. And so I went to art camp. I wasn't too confident in my skills, but I applied there anyway, with a portfolio solely filled with pencil drawings from anime. Oh god. If you're going to art school, do not do this. Good thing this was a pre-college program, but do not do this. Somehow they saw potential in me, and I ended up getting accepted somehow. And thanks to the help from my grandparents, I was able to attend. I was a month late in the applications, actually, and I still got accepted. Whew. I was the 36th participant, by the way. Somehow I remember that, weirdly enough. But let's just keep going. And maybe later in the video I can talk specifics about, later on my YouTube channel I can talk specifics about going to art camp. But all I'm gonna say right now is that I learned a lot at this camp, and I found out I was better at drawing realism than I initially thought. And man, I did not think I could draw from real life at all. And I still have a ways to go in that department. And there's so many mediums that you can use to make art. It's incredible. Like, I was just stuck for pen to pencil for a year, and And then I just found out there's so many things that you can use. And they're not super expensive unless you want to do oil painting, which I do not enjoy oil painting. It's just a nuisance the whole time. But if you enjoy it, then go for it. But, so I learned all about these new mediums in making art. And so I came back home and I was so much more into color. I wanted to try coloring for once because I thought that I could do it. I didn't have any art supplies, but that was the time when I won Art Mika's giveaway for a alcohol-based marker set from Arteza, and he's a huge inspiration to me over on Instagram too. So I won that, and when I got it, I started coloring all the time with those markers. I loved them. The skin markers did dry out fast though, and there weren't a large variety, but I still used them. So, and I still got frustrated on how hard it was to color for me, but I just kept practicing with markers, and I got a bit better at them, I'm gladly to say. And that's where my practicing really changed since I got into different mediums. But later, and kind of nearing the present, I realized that I was only drawing faces. Before like when I started, I drew full bodies, I drew a different array of characters, but it's when I started coloring that I noticed that I only like to draw faces. And I was like, it's hard to color a full body character, it's hard. So then I thought I should try more full body drawing, because if I tried that if I tried to do a full body drawing at that point without a reference, I would completely just fail. The end of me. I would not enjoy that. So I thought I should practice more full body drawings of characters. And so that became more of practicing, and I got less into coloring because I started to like the look of manga, and I really liked manga. I'm still getting into it. I haven't really got into it till like super recently, but and that's where I really caught my eye, the manga world. But I don't really like reading stuff online, so that's why I don't really know that many titles, but I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. So I did fan art. Like from the beginning, I kept drawing fan art, and still doing fan art, but this time full body for my practices. And now that I've been drawing daily for a year and a half, I've been realizing that drawing fan art doesn't really make me as happy as it did in the past. Like, I used to be, fan art is my only thing I want to do. I want to draw only the anime characters that I like. But now I'm starting to want to make my own work. I'm starting to want to make my own stories, because before all this started, I used to want to be an author. Well, that was before I wanted to be an engineer, and then I wanted to be an artist. You know, confusing story. I can talk about that later. So I started to want to make my own works, and that's why you guys been seeing me testing the waters in webtoon and more realism, so I can practice my own getting better with my own character designs, because drawing from life really does help putting more detail into your own characters. So I went into more realism, and instead of always drawing fan art, I mean, I'm doing fan art right now. I'm doing copy reference. They're still important in learning how to draw, but instead of doing fan art, I'm starting to practice in ways that I haven't drawn before, and I take my sources from real life and combine that with my favorite manga authors, Takashi Obata being one, the author of Death Note. Absolutely amazing. And that's the author of what I'm drawing from now. And now I combine those and try to improve my own style and get better. And that's why I've been realizing I need a break from webtoons, and break from everything, so I can go back to the basics, go back to my pencil drawing, and start learning, finding out my style, and start really learning how to draw. And I have yet to actually start doing that. I don't really like drawing things other than characters. I was planning on drawing only characters first. Only characters. So I could get better at that, and then the rest will follow. And that's my plan for now, and it's definitely going to change. So I hope my non-stop practice will pay off someday, and especially so I can make my own comics and my own work, and someday be able to help out my family and become successfully independent off of art. That's really the dream. I know I didn't get too far in this. When I'm talking about my story, I don't really focus on the drawing. I'll go on into time-lapse to, I'll go into time-lapse now so I can finish this drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed my little journey. It's not as specific as it truly should be. It's not my entire story. There's things that happened during those years of my life, but I won't really be talking about that now, or I don't even know when. But I hope you enjoyed this, and let's go into time-lapse and finish up the sketch, huh?
Like having you around. I'm fully aware this is a flash in the pan, but we can still have fun for now. Yeah, we can still have fun for now. Oh, we can still have fun for now.
So I finished this sketch. I did not fill in the blacks. I don't think I will. I don't feel like spending my time doing that. But it was a fun drawing to do, and I hope you guys learned something from this video. Here's the manga I was drawing from, Platinum End. And don't forget to keep drawing, guys. See you later.
Look at a house in the garden. I never wanna lock you down.